Okay, welcome back. I wanted to talk about today about Miley Cyrus, and I really don't pay attention to a lot of the musicians out there. I really don't. And we don't really watch the news because it's always like about sad stories, killings and murder. It's just so much headache to talk about that stuff or to even watch that stuff. So the music industry, I'm not really into it much, really, to be honest. And not much into watching like updated music videos of like the hottest celebrities out there that are like so popular right now, whatever. So anyways, for some reason we just end up talking about Lady Gaga and like Miley Cyrus, who are the two biggest like drama queens out there that are always like, look at me, I'm naked, look at me, I'm famous because I'm even more naked than the other girl. It's retarded, I know, but anyways, I wanted to talk about the updated gossip about what I've seen on YouTube. It's pretty funny. It's kind of like I was curious and wondering why Miley Cyrus was so innocent before, how she went from like, just very sweet and charming looking and just, more covered up, and she still had her talents back then, and she still had her long brunette, dark brown, curly, wavy hair, really pretty, very feminine. And I was wondering why all of a sudden she's changed so hardcore to the opposite extreme, to more like tomboyish, to more like looking like Justin Bieber, looking like a drag queen. Sorry, I swear, if you put her face next to Justin Bieber, they have almost like the same face shape, same exact hairstyle. It's hilarious. So Miley Cyrus looks just like Justin Bieber with makeup on. It looks like a drag queen, which is totally nasty. Anyways. And so I was figuring out, I'm curious, I was just browsing around online, and it just turned out like so funny that I saw that music video that I saw Freddie was watching. I think it's called When I Looked at You. It was one of her old music video, and it showed that it was published like since 2010, so about 3 years ago. So her music video actually had her fiance in it, Liam, okay, and I'm like, he's supposed to be, I guess, one of the hottest, so-called, the new young modern Tom Cruise or something. The all-American white boy who's just like cute and sweet looking, who's like becoming a more well-known actor now in the movies these days. So anyways, so she's engaged to him, right? And it's pretty funny how I was wondering like, he was in her music video when she still had her long brunette curly hair, very feminine looking, very sweet, very covered up, and very classy looking. And I was wondering like, how can he still find her so sexy and attractive and he's engaged to her? It's almost like him dating a guy, it's pretty funny, or engaged to a man. And then the funny thing was her outrageous video at the VMA, whatever, when she performed that twerking crap thing on stage with that guy Robin, whatever. And by the way, I just found out when I saw a clip of Robin's wife, the guy that she was on stage with, the guy who's dressed up like Beetlejuice or something, that they were saying who's dressed up in black and white striped suit. To me, he looked like a basketball referee to me in the black and white striped suit. It was pretty funny. That suit was actually pretty goofy looking, by the way. And so Miley Cyrus was supposedly supposed to be like engaged, okay, with Liam, but then she's on stage performing at the VMA with this other man named Robin, whatever, and he's actually married, okay, and his wife is actually really beautiful. She's a very hot, beautiful woman, by the way. And after that event performance, she said something like, she was getting text messages from her friends saying, it's okay, don't worry about it, you'll be fine. Feeling sorry for her because her husband that she's married to was actually getting kissed and flirting with Miley Cyrus on stage in front of the whole world. Pretty stupid, right? And so, anyways, and Miley Cyrus was like twerking in this nude, naked, skin color brawn underwear as she stripped naked, whatever. And sorry, not much, like barely, like no titty, no ass, and you want to flaunt it. It's kind of funny, right? At least if you got some titties and ass, if you want to flaunt, okay, maybe that would look a lot more decent. She looked like a little boy on stage with no ass and titty, twerking, which is so damn nasty. And what was so skanky and so annoying was that she kept sticking her tongue out. I just wanted to like slap her. Like, I still just wanted to cut her tongue out because she's so retarded. I swear, Miley Cyrus is like a modern hooker, like a modern prostitute, sticking her tongue out the whole time. And I'm just like, oh my God, I feel so sorry for her. And her parents gotta be so ashamed. you know. And by the way, she used to do a lot of like duet music, musical performances with her father also, when she wasn't trashy back then. That's when she was considered decent back then and innocent. And I just heard all this gossip news stuff. Like, it turned out that after her parents got a divorce, oh my gosh, she went all hell out. I swear to God. It seemed like after her parents got a divorce, they're saying like she went completely psychopath. Like, she started changing her style of music. Okay, fine, you know. But then she started changing her style of clothing. And then she started changing her style of makeup. Okay, fine, that's her expression, you know. And then her change of style of like nudity start getting all slutty and whorish, you know. Like, holy cow, I really don't want my daughter Angelina to start growing up and idolizing her. Like, oh, I need to get naked. I need to strip naked and stick my tongue out like a hooker and then start like doing pornography on stage or something, you know. It's silly. And so anyways, after her parents got a divorce, she started going all crazy style with her expression, right? And then I guess pretty much I don't know if she was engaged before that or after that incident, but anyway, she was engaged anyways with Liam, right? With that so-called cute hot guy, okay? All-American white boy that all the girls drool for and die for, this teeny boppers. Anyways, so the funny thing is, after that outrageous video at the VMA with her twerking on stage and flirting up against like Robin, that guy who looks like a referee, in the referee costume. She was like twerking on him, and it showed that she was like going up to him, kissing him in the neck or something and flirting with him. And she's supposed to be engaged, and and the guy is supposed to be like married. And then she had this finger sponge, like this giant finger thing, and she was using it like posing it like a penis or something, and then she was using it and licking it, like sucking on it like a penis or something. It's like, how is she doing? And she was using it, stroking it on his chest down to his tummy, and stroke it down on his penis in front of the world. Oh my God, when you watch that video, your mouth just drops open like, holy cow. That was like, and then the day after that, she did like an interview defending herself that she did it to be part of the history. She wanted to make history of that video. Well, you know what? That stupid video did make history, all right. It sure was worth it to her because eventually, not only that Liam was completely horrified by it and completely humiliated by that video. Of course, they did have problems before that incident already, but still, that video aggravated the relationship even more, to a point that he eventually dumped her ass, which I'm so proud of him. I swear, it's like, and they're saying, the gossip news was also saying that she told her fiance to not be at the VMA performance night because she didn't want to have to worry about herself being nervous or scared about upsetting him or pissing him off, you know, or embarrassing him. She wanted to be free and do what she wants to do for that night to perform. You know, so doing that video so all out herself destroyed her engagement. And so he eventually just dumped her ass, which I'm so happy, you know, because she obviously does not deserve a guy who looks like him and a guy who actually has some class to know that his girlfriend or fiance is going a little too far with her sluttiness, you know. It's like, how dare you think that you're going to be so comfortable because he gave you a ring to be engaged to you. How dare you feel so comfortable to think that a man's gonna be with you from death to his part when you're not even married yet, or even when you're married already. You shouldn't be too comfortable thinking that your partner's gonna stay with you no matter what you do. Even if you're being disrespectful, even if you sell yourself as a whore, even if you like perform as a celebrity and thinking that you can go all out slutty and think that he's going to still respect you and look up to you as his wonderful fiance that he's going to marry. You know what? A woman should at least have her body, save her body in nudity for her man, okay? Of course, there are gay people out there, you know, you could be with the same sex, you know, fine, okay. But in terms of, my issue topic here is in regards to Miley Cyrus. So for her, okay, and for women, you know, if you have a man, whatever, you should absolutely save your body and save that for your man, okay, during special moments when you're making love or whatever, okay? Yes, there are people out there who do have sex out there that are not in love with people. That are not in love with people. They just do it because they want to do it. That's their choice, okay? But what I'm talking about in my term is that, you know, women should not express themselves in that way where they just flaunt themselves in thongs or flaunt themselves in nudity pretty much and do that skanky stuff like on stage. You know what I mean? And people may question me and say, well, what do you think about strippers that flaunt themselves at strip clubs and make tons of money? Well, that is their choice. You know, that's their sacrifice, that whatever you do in life is going to come back at you, will come back at you in some way. And can you handle it? You know what I mean? So if you're going to be a stripper where you strip your clothes out to these men that are not even your husband, you know what I mean, and you're making money out of it, okay, that's your choice. But, you know, I still feel that your special, beautiful body should at least be for your man, for someone special. But if you're stripping yourself to all these men, it makes it seem like, well, if this stripper is willing to strip for me and all these strangers for money, then that doesn't make me feel special if I want to be with her and if she wants to be with me. What makes it feel that I feel special about myself? If she's willing to be special with all these different guys that are not even her men, that are not even her husband or fiance, you know? So, you know what? Whatever women choose to do with their lives, you know, whatever reputation they create for themselves, they will just have to deal with the consequences. If any negative things come back at them in terms of karma, that may not always be such a wonderful thing. So, what you do is what you choose, you know? But I feel that what Miley Cyrus did was pretty trashy, completely stupid, destroyed her reputation of being the skankiest whore out there for attention, you know? First of all, you thought Britney Spears went too far, or you thought Christina Aguilera went too far with their, like, you know, nudity and showing off their body. Oh my gosh, but Lady Gaga's there too with Miley Cyrus. But I think Miley Cyrus topped Lady Gaga at that VMA performance, okay? By going all out, skanky and stupid and looking like a boy, okay? It was definitely not tasteful. So, sorry, back to the topic. So yeah, so actually, the funny thing was Liam, her fiance, dumped her, right? And pretty soon on that same day or something, he was caught in terms of photographs of him kissing and making out with this Hispanic girl who's really, I don't know her name, but she's a really beautiful, very beautiful Hispanic girl who's really famous in Mexico. And so he was caught hugging her and kissing her. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing. So she's a hot girl. She's supposed to be a very pretty girl, and she really is, you know? And so, and it just two and two came together. Like, so I saw that music video that Miley did back in 2010 when her fiance was actually in the music video too. Her hair was long and brunette and curly, right? So this new girl that Liam, after dumping Miley Cyrus, he was like kissing her, you know, the day that he dumped his fiance. And so, and I'm like, oh yeah, but this girl from Mexico, she does have long, pretty, wavy, brunette, dark hair. And it seems like, huh, it makes sense. So when Miley was looking really cute and sweet with her long, curly, brunette hair, I guess he was pretty much attracted to Miley back then. But after she like butched her hair out, looking like a boy, looking like Justin Bieber, like a drag queen with makeup on, it seems like he got totally turned off, you know? And not only with the added problems in life, in the relationship, but doing that slutty VMA show video of like dancing and flirting. Even after they performed that on stage at the VMA, she was still flirting with like Robin. Like they were taking photos of them, like she was up against him, like kind of touching him and like kissing him in the neck, you know? I'm like, are you serious? I thought you're engaged. Why the hell you're like flirting and with a married man, you know? You know what? She's a freaking slut anyways. I'm so glad that Liam dumped her ass, because she really doesn't deserve a guy who wants some class and a female at least, you know? So I'm glad he did kiss that other girl just to piss her off even more. So like, and also what I wanted to say next also is like Miley Cyrus' new video, Wrecking Ball. I mean, it's a cool song, nice rhythm to it, you know? And she's crying in her video. And also, she also performed at her concert or some show outdoor thing where she was like crying in real life as well. She was crying on stage while singing that Wrecking Ball. And it didn't make sense why she was so sad and crying, right? In that music video and performing at that concert that she was at. it turned out that video was made after she got dumped, okay? So that music video, Wrecking Ball, with her sitting and groping and swinging on that ball, that wrecking ball that breaks down bricks and, you know, that demolishes, like, you know, buildings, whatever. She's sitting on it butt naked, okay? Okay, that's pretty disgusting, okay? Like I said, no titty, no ass, and you're sitting naked on a ball, swinging back and forth. I was thinking, like, is that supposed to be sexy? Is that supposed to be, like, hot? Oh my God, she looks like a little teenage boy with no ass and titty riding on a ball. I'm like, is this supposed to be sexy and a turn on? Oh my God. If any guy out there finds that very sexy, you've got to be crazy. You must like little boys and banging little boys, because that was pretty nasty. Okay, so anyways, so it makes sense. So after being so heartbroken by being dumped by the so-called hot actor, okay, so right after she got dumped, she created that music video, Wrecking Ball. I guess, you know, he broke her heart and she's a complete wreck. Well, yeah, she is a complete wreck in that music video already, you know. So it's retarded. So it makes sense about her life, you know. She asked for this miserable life. She asked for all this drama. If she really was in love with Liam, well, it seems like she got too comfortable with him and didn't value her relationship and did not assess her relationship in a better way to better it, instead of like going all slutty whore out in her performances and the way she dressed, the way she acts, you know. Well, you know what? It's karma. Whatever you do in life will come haunt you. You were so pretty much disrespectful to your fiance by acting stupid, the way you dress and the way you perform your videos and the way you perform on stage, you know. You really don't deserve all the good things coming at you. You really deserve the shithole that comes at you, okay? So that's just my point in life. It kind of has this story that I'm explaining in this weird timeline. You know, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, but you could look it up yourself as well. But it really shows like people in life, you know, like when they have that special someone, sometimes people tend to take things for granted and they feel sometimes a little too comfortable in the relationship where they feel like, oh, my wife will always be there. My kids will always be there. I'll do whatever I want, you know. Yeah, my fiance loves me for me. They'll always be there for me, no matter what. You know, so sometimes people tend to be too comfortable. They tend to do things that may hurt their partner emotionally, like completely torment them or traumatize them by certain things that they do. You know, so I think people just need to take a second look at themselves and just realize, like, you know, what I'm doing, is it going to be hurtful to my partner? You know, is it going to make the person jealous? You know, is what I'm doing going too far, showing off my body, head to toe, more on the naked side? You know, is what I'm doing flirtatious? That's going to definitely break my partner's heart. You know what I mean? So it kind of like, so these celebrities that put themselves out there, you kind of look at their lives. I mean, you may think that they may make millions and billions of money, but then inside, are they happy? You know what I mean? Truly happy? I've seen some celebrities that look so like completely suicidal or just so heartbroken based on what has happened in their lives, you know. But like I said, some of these celebrities are asking for these things that happen to them in life, you know. It's like the things that they do in life, it's like, what do you expect? You think it's going to be like peaches and cream, what you do. In return, it's going to backlash at you, you know. So, and sometimes these celebrities still don't learn their lesson. They still even go even worse than where they're at, you know, in the future. So, you know, that's their life, I understand. But, you know, it's a good example to take a look at. You know, and then if you have children, you look at your children and be like, okay, great. Do I want my children to idolize these idiots? You know what I mean? And do I want especially if you have a daughter, you know, I have one daughter, Angelina, who is like 6 years old now. Do I want her to idolize Lady Gaga, who's always naked in her videos? And do I always want my daughter to idolize Miley Cyrus, who's always naked? You know? So if there's two complete idiots, okay, like getting naked, and I'm like, okay, what is your point? Do you really, okay, don't you think you have enough talent to like make your music and be on stage where you don't have to be so naked and be so like prostitutes, you know? And do you think that because your talent is not too good to get attention, you have to be so naked? So no, I don't want my daughter to idolize these women and be like, oh, mommy, I want to be a porn star on stage because I like being a slut. You know, like Lady Gaga and Miley Cyrus. I want to get attention. I want to get respect from people by being naked to get attention. No. Oh, and by the way, you know, like, you know, these celebrities, like Lady Gaga looked like she's always on drugs on stage, you know. There's like a music video. Well, there's a video that she did at an award show or some sort of performance day or whatever. I don't know. She looked like she was sleeping for like 5 minutes on stage. I swear to God, it was pretty funny. Like, I'm like, are you serious? And it looks like she was completely lip singing, okay? Like, her lips were just barely even moving, but then the background music was actually, seems like they're just playing a CD, you know, and the dancers were just dancing. But then for her, she was barely even singing, and she was just like lip singing pretty much, you know. And then later on, she was laying on the ground for like, on the dance floor for like 5 minutes. I swear. It's like, Lady Gaga, word of advice, stop drinking, stop being an alcoholic, and stop being high on drugs or whatever, because stuff definitely shows on your performance when you're on stage, you know. So Lady Gaga's supposed to be like a wonderful, talented celebrity singer, but at the same time, she looks like she's always freaking on like alcohol, or she's on like high on some weird drugs or something, you know what I mean? And so, and then like, before she became really famous, it looked like she was more out of shape, and she was wearing like this, like nylon pantyhose up to her waist, and she's wearing a thong, and then she had this like see-through shirt where she just covers her nipple with a sticker. You know, it's like, and then she was, oh my gosh, she was so like high on drugs, like you can't imagine. And eventually she threw herself on the fans, and they were like groping her all over to a point that her clothing was ripped, you know. And then the stage security guy grabbed her back on stage, and later on she didn't have enough. She threw herself even more into the audience, and so they caught her, and her clothing tore more. I mean, oh my gosh, she was so scary, like high on drugs. So these celebrities, it's kind of like, it's so weird. Like, in order to be where they're at, they're always like so drunk and so high in drugs, you know. And I don't know about these crazy people that are so in love with her. Oh, go ahead, be in love with her. But you know what? To get to where they're at, they had to work so hard to be so slutty and so skanky, you know. Just like Mandy Moore, she has some good music that I like, you know. But why is Mandy Moore not known anymore? I mean, Mandy Moore, that celebrity singer, she had some good music, and she had tasteful videos, but she was more covered up, okay? She seemed to be more of a goody two-shoe type of girl that was not willing to like strip naked. And so it's really sad that in reality, that if you're more innocent looking, if you're more like conservative the way you dress, and even if your music is good, I mean, they'll eventually just drown you. They'll eventually just boot you out because you're not catching the audience's attention much. You know, so to catch the audience's attention, you have to get more naked, right? To get attention, because sex is such a hot topic every day in life, right? Isn't it? So because Mandy Moore is not stripping naked much at all, really, the media has forgotten about her, and the media does not want to promote her. Isn't that sad? Like, really? So they promote people who are willing to go more naked. Wow, that's so intelligent and amazing. So a lot of the music out there is so corrupt, it's so full of trash. It's just like, that's why I don't really listen to much music out there that has lyrics, you know. I rather just listen to like instrumental music that doesn't even have like music videos where people get naked and stuff, you know. I'd rather do that, like orchestra type of music, you know, classical music, you know, that doesn't involve people stripping naked and stuff, you know. So that's just my update view on the Miley Cyrus thing and the Lady Gaga stuff, you know. It's like, no, I don't think they're good role models, you know. And Lady Gaga has several videos where she has like double horns on, like satanic stuff, which is totally disgusting. It's like, oh really? Wow, you have a devilish horn on your thing performing at the X Factor thing. What I saw on YouTube, it's like, it's weird how, you know, how they do music videos where they think you don't catch it or notice, you know, but there's a lot of like, you know, Satanism going on. It's just, I hate that word, what I just said, but But I'm just saying, it's just freaking retarded, you know, and that's why I don't really watch like music videos out in the media, because most of it is so corrupt. Most of it promotes Satanism, which is completely retarded and stupid. And they promote a lot of like, you know, objectifying women as sex toys, you know, and you look at this most famous one. Tell me right now, who's the most famous female celebrities out there? The music, okay, Beyonce, of course, we all know that. Lady Gaga and Miley Cyrus, because those are the most 3 naked women out there in music videos. So it's just like, it just makes you feel like, wow, for me to be well known, I have to get naked too. You know, that's just BS, you know. You know, that's why I'm just glad that Freddie is not a celebrity who like does acting and does music out there, who's controlled with like bosses that are like using you like a puppet, you know, and just like making you do everything they want you to do. If you don't, they'll just dump you out the window and they'll pick someone else who's willing to do the dirty work for them and make millions and billions, whatever. And for me, I'm just a full-time housewife of 5 children, 5 very young children, and I'm happy, you know. It's like, I don't care for wealth. I don't care for fame, you know. For us to do YouTube video beyond the media in that term, it's just a way of our expression, you know what I mean? We do many different types of videos, like workout videos, meditative videos. We have videos of our children for the fun of it, you know. We do videos about philosophy that we like, you know. And that's what we enjoy doing. And some people like all of our videos. Some people don't like all of our videos. People pick and choose what they like to watch, you know. So this is our way of expression, you know. We do not have bosses that control us of how to dress, how to act, how to be this and that, you know. We are ourselves, you know what I mean? So there are good times, there are bad times in life, you know, but we are still making videos. And I just would, so I'm just sharing about what I've learned or heard about to give you guys an update about the media and how it affects lives, and how where we tend to think to ourselves, like, how far are we willing to go for fame? You know, how far are we willing to go naked, to show off our bodies all the way, all nasty out, and to gain money or to gain fame? You know, so for me, that's not my route. You know what I mean? That's not my route, to go all naked and do whatever it takes to make so much money. So what I'm saying is, like, I'm happy where I'm at, you know. Yes, I did go to college, you know what I mean? Yes, I did get my accounting degree, you know, and I actually did want to, right after I graduated college, I mean, I went to a 4-year university, and I actually went to Iowa State University, and at a 4-year college, but I finished in 3.5 years at a 4-year college, because I took summer school. I actually went to school year-round. I never took a break from summer. I took classes in the summer. I went to school year-round, so I finished in 3.5 years. So, which was great, you know. And afterwards, I was figuring out to myself, do I want to do the corporate world for the rest of my life, doing accounting? And I said, you know what, I do enjoy accounting, but I would like to teach accounting, you know, because I tutored in finance. I also tutored accounting 1 and accounting 2 in college. Accounting 2 is, they call it managerial accounting. Also, you know, but anyways, I enjoy tutoring. I also tutored in statistics also. So I enjoyed finance classes. I enjoyed accounting 1, accounting 2. I enjoyed tutoring statistics also. I really enjoyed those business classes, you know, in college. And I'm 35 years old right now, so yeah, back in the days, so I'm old, guys. So yeah, I'm done with college. So, and for me, I wanted to like become like a professor in teaching accounting. But the person that I was at the time with, of course, many years ago, I was with somebody else, and he told me that I was not that smart. He told me that you're not naturally smart like your other friend. You know, for you to be getting your PhD, to be teaching accounting, you know, you're not going to make it because you're not naturally smart, you know. But for me, that was my desire, you know what I mean? I mean, I believe that I was a good student. I attended my classes. I had some A's and B's and, you know, B pluses. You know, I'm not a straight A student, but my grades were like A's and B's, you know what I mean? I rarely ever had, I don't think I even had a C, to be honest. It's been so long ago. I don't think I even had a C at all, okay? But anyways, so he said that I was not that smart, not as smart as my other friend who doesn't have to study much and still get straight A's, but for me, I did study hard, you know. I really enjoyed college, you know, but so my dream at the time was I wanted to go for my master's, for my MBA. Afterwards, I wanted to go for my PhD to eventually teach accounting at universities or any college, whatever. And so that was my dream back then. But since the person that I was with, who I was married to back then, so Freddie's my second husband. So with my first husband, he kept telling me that you're not that smart and that you would have to try too hard to teach. You know, you're not smart like your other friend. So my desire went downhill because I believed that I had no children back then. I didn't have any children with my ex-husband, okay? So I really believed that that it was true that I wasn't smart enough, you know, even though I was a very good college student. I studied all the time. I never even went out at all, really. Every night I was studying very hard for my classes, you know, and I rarely even went out I didn't even go to the bars and clubs much at all, really. You know, so I was just like dedicated to my education, you know, and so my real desire back then didn't go through because I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. It would be a waste of time for me to try so hard to get my PhD and teach in accounting, you know what I mean? So I know this is off the subject topic about Miley Cyrus thing, but anyways, what I'm talking about is the fame part. Is that even though my dream went downhill, I ended up not going to getting my master's, and I ended up not eventually going for the PhD dream, okay, to teach accounting. So anyways, so my point is, or if I could go to the route of being a celebrity and being famous, you know, how far will I go to be famous like those celebrities out there and strip naked, you know? And so for me, I look at my life, I'm like, yeah, I'm a full-time housewife, you know. I really don't care for the wealth. I don't care to live a luxurious life where I eat well. I eat like, you know, at fancy restaurants and wear very expensive clothing and, you know, fancy handbags. You know, by the way, I'm not really into bags, purses, you know. You know, I just take hand-me-down purse, you know, no big deal. I don't even use purses much. I'd rather use a bike bag when we go biking a lot. I like to use that bag, you know. Or I use the backpack, you know. That's more practical for me, carrying a backpack around than to carry a purse around, because I bike more often. I haven't been biking lately because the weather's been cold, but you know, so for me, I look at my life, I'm like, you know, I'm happy. You know, I have a great husband. I have 5 beautiful children, you know, little kids. They will drive you crazy. I know that. I never said they will not drive me crazy, but they will be kids as they are now. And this is their childhood now. You know, and I love those kids to death, and they're wonderful kids, you know, very well disciplined. They need to be disciplined, you know. So I look at my life and I'm like, you know, I'm happy where I'm at. I really don't need to be a celebrity and become famous and make all that fabulous money out there. You know, even if, and I really don't care to get a car. I don't care for fancy cars at all, pretty much. And I'm happy with my bike, you know, I'm happy with that. So, and I'm happy that Freddie got me into the healthy lifestyle, and he's right there bothering me, making funny faces. So you guys, sorry, I know this video has gotten longer than it should have, and I just wanted to make it part of a lesson thought, like how far are you willing to go to be famous, you know, and are you happy are you happy with where you're at right now? And even if something happened to you in the past that made you take a different path in life because someone put you down, or someone said that you're not smart enough or something, and you believe it, well, for me, I can't change back time. But I honestly really did have the motivation. I had the desire to want to go for my master's and eventually go for a PhD and teach accounting. That was my dream, and that's what I really loved doing, was accounting. But anyways, my life is completely different now, you know. Actually, this is what you have in life. 2 choices. Have children or have no children. Regardless of the issue, if you're not able to have children or whatever, or your finances, whatever. Two options that I'm talking about. Either you have children in your life or you don't have any children in life, you know. In our case, we have children, you know what I mean? Now that Freddie and I have 5 children together, I have a choice to put him in daycare, you know, or now that the kids are older, the older ones, they're in school full-time. But then my 4th child is actually in Head Start, so it's a half-day school. Okay. But then my youngest one is 1 year old. In about another week or so, about another week and a half, he'll be 1 year and 1 month old. Okay, so I could put him in daycare if I wanted to, and I can go work full time also. You know, but for me, I feel that the best for me in my life right now is to dedicate my life right now and sacrifice a lot for my children. I want to raise them myself, and I want to discipline them myself. I want to cook the foods and feed them healthy foods, and I want them to be well taken care of. I want to do the laundry to keep their clothes clean. I want to be home to clean the home. I want to be home to organize their bedroom, make the place better, make it cleaner. You know, I want to be home to dedicate my time to cook and clean for the family. I want to dedicate my time to maintain the home, to update it, you know, do what we have to do to get rid of clutter, to organize our home better, to keep our family more organized and cleaned out, you know, with the you know, because people tend to be collectors where they collect things, you know, and we just wanted to declutter our home. So I feel that my life is more important doing that right now, you know. Since my husband's able to work and support the family, then it should be good that I should be home to take care of the kids. And our youngest one is not in daycare. I'm taking care of him full time, you know, and taking care of getting them ready for school in the morning, get them ready for the school bus, take them to the school bus. When they get off the bus, pick them up from the bus stop. You know, my life as a full-time housewife is a lot of work. Having 1 child is a lot of work as well. But since we have 5 children, it is a lot of work for me times 5, you know. So my life now, I could view it as, oh, my life is going nowhere. I'm just a housewife, you know. I could make myself depressed. I could make myself very negative. But when I look at my life, I view that as a very important role. You know what I mean? Like, my children has a father, and my children has a mother, and that's me. And I could so totally put my youngest one, my 5th child, in daycare and go get a job, you know, with my education background, with my years of experience as well. But for me, I find that, no, I don't want the daycare to raise them. I don't want them to be hanging around with a bunch of kids that are not well supervised, or children that could be bullying my child, or children that could be punching my child, brutalizing my child. I don't want my kids to be in a possibility type of environment where the daycare is not watching them properly, where they're being bullied and beaten up, or if my child's not being well fed, or my child's diaper's not being changed. You know, there's a lot of concerns that I view from a motherly perspective. So, no, I'm not going to put my child in daycare. I'm going to watch him full time myself. I will know that he's well taken care of, you know. So for me, I see my role as a very prideful role, you know, as a full-time housewife, you know. Some women will find it very embarrassing to claim themselves as housewives because they feel like the world is passing them by. They may feel that what they're doing is not self-fulfilling enough. They want to go out there and climb the corporate ladder, or they want to go out there and earn their own money. Yes, I earned my own money as well before. After I graduated college, I earned my own money as well. I paid all my bills on my own as well. But now, having children, I feel that what I'm doing is very prideful and it's something that I should be proud of, you know. Taking care of 5 kids is not easy. And at the same time, I have to make time to take care of myself as well. I have to make sure I eat healthy. I have to make sure that I exercise. You know, yes, I do wake up at 5 or 5:30 in the morning to exercise. Sometimes I work out at 2 in the morning. Sometimes I work out at midnight. Sometimes I work out at 10 at night, you know. So yes, I do have to make sure that I still work out to maintain my body, take care of my health, you know, take care of myself mentally as well, you know. So for women who find it like, no, I can't be a full-time housewife, you know, that's their choice, you know. But for me, I'm sacrificing a lot to be there for my kids, and you know, it's all worth it, you know. And for me, you know, I'm doing a lot. I know I'm doing a lot for the family, and that's something that I should be proud of, and I am proud of it, you know. So I've no shame of claiming myself as a full-time housewife, because that's what I am, and I'm there for my kids. And when little baby Ken starts going to school part-time in preschool, and eventually he's going to start going full-time, and if it's just not much for me to do at home, then yeah, maybe I could start working part-time again, or maybe I could start working full-time again, you know. But for now, as long as they're an infant that needs my motherly care, I will be there for him 100%, you know. And I choose not to put him in daycare. So that's all I'm saying. So yes, this video will be chopped from the other video because this video has been long. All right, we'll talk about the next topic next. Thanks for staying tuned.